Hello, friends. In this series of videos in which we are guiding you about interviews for PSU after GATE, this is another video. This video is important because this will guide you about journal things, including your HR topics. See, this is very important sentence that what we say, first impression is the last impression. Because the people sitting there are also human beings, and how you present yourself becomes very, very important during the interview. Now, what happens is, say you are there with other people, sitting with other people, and you're discussing various topics. That particular mindset also become very, very important before entering to the interview board, because sometimes you get some kind of thoughts because of the conversation or something that you have not prepared this well or you have not prepared that well, and that creates panic in mind. So the idea is you should remain calm, and you should not discuss absurd things just before the interview. Focus on yourself, take deep breath, and remain calm. Now, once they will call you for the interview, enter to the room, and that entry is also very, very important. How you enter into the room will guide you in detail during the webinar what you have to take care. Like, you are going to enter with in front of the interview board. You have to be careful how you are going to visit them, what's the order, and how you are approaching near to them when they are asking to sit down on the chair, how you are taking the chair. That is also very important, right? Again, one very important area is the body language during the interview, right? If you do not know how to read the body language, even then you are able to understand about your friend, about your colleague, that what kind of problem he is facing. He is confident on that particular moment or not. So interview board, generally they are very expert, they are experienced people, will come to know of how you're feeling on that particular point of time. You are confident or you're not confident. So there are certain ideas that you have to take care of, and will guide you about that also. Further, hand movement is another thing, eye movement is another thing. How you are taking pause before a question, that is very, very important. The most important thing is your resume. Generally, you have to fill a form, you have to write about you, from which school you have passed. In fact, your name is also very important. Sometimes your name is typical. The first question is, what is the meaning of your name, right? And your name of your school, that particular area, any important event in that particular area, you pass out from a particular college, named after a eminent personality, about that personality, right? Whatever you've done in your project in the final year, you have participated in any extracurricular activity, you have, say, any leadership program that you have attended, whatsoever you've written in your biodata, including your hobby. Hobbies again very, very important area. And believe me, some hobbies are considered as positive hobby and some are considered as negative hobby. So you have to take care for that also. Further, how you answer a particular question. Say, if you do not know about any question, it happens like you. Nobody is encyclopedia. It may happen that you are not sure about a question, or you do not know anything about the question, right? And how you are saying no, that you do not know. That's again very important. Generally, the first question is like, introduce yourself. Second question, what are the two subjects you have prepared well? A different kind of interviews are there. Like sometimes there is a stress interview. Whatsoever you will speak, they will not get convinced. Sometimes the interview is very, very polite. Whatsoever you are going to speak, even as answering something conceptually wrong, they will say okay. But these kind of interviews are having pros and cons both, right? You have to be careful about this also. That this is a particular stress interview. Even on that stress interview, out of the 10 questions, you'll be able to answer 3 questions correctly and remain confident you'll get very, very good marks. I'll give you the example also during the webinar. Again, while leaving the interview board, whatever you are speaking, how you are leaving the interview board, how you are looking to them, it has again become very important, right? So these things you have to take care of. You have to practice for that, because there is a very old saying, practice makes man perfect. So be careful, prepare well. The next part is GD and GT, group discussion and group task. It is again very tricky. Sometimes some people they give, generally the GD and GT are just before the interview, and if they are not done well in the GD and GT, they carry the same discomfort to the interview board also. We'll talk about that also, and we'll talk in length and breadth how to participate in GD and GT. So be with us on a webinar. Please register for that webinar. That is a 100% free webinar. The link is given below. Please join this link. We will send you the invitation on that particular day. You have to join that webinar. Thank you.